Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Gold Rush fans worry Parker might be working his way out. This season of Gold Rush shows the crews are changing in interesting ways. While fans point out that Fred Lewis can't seem to do anything right and Rick Ness is out of action, Parker Schnibel has become more successful. That has some fans worried. Here is what fans are saying about Parker's continued success and the dangers it presents to Gold Rush. Is Parker too successful for Gold Rush? This season, Gold Rush fans can't stop talking about Fred Lewis and his struggles to get anything done at his sites. There is also the fact that Rick Ness chose not to return. Plus, the Clayton brothers seem more intent on doing odd jobs than working their own adventures. Then there is Parker Schnibel, who has been the most successful miner outside of Tony Beats. His success, however, has some fans worried he might be too successful to feature on Gold Rush anymore. One fan on Reddit mentioned that Gold Rush existed to show small groups starting out and trying to find gold. While Fred is a good example of this, it was more about people like Rick Ness succeeding despite the odds stacked against him. Parker once fit that mold as well. The fan said that while Fred is an attempt to recreate Rick's story, he is more comic relief. Other fans agreed, with one responding, Parker is on the verge of becoming a corporate mining firm that will no longer be interesting to watch in the original Gold Rush format. The Redditor said that if he spends a lot of time working with equipment on Gold Rush, it is not a good use of his time. Another commented that Parker is the most successful person on the show right now. However, that makes it boring to watch him each week. However, at least one Redditor felt it might be time to change the show when Parker is on TV. Personally, I love what he's doing and would appreciate production diving deeper into the business/strategy/finance side of things, they wrote. However, they also admitted that isn't what Gold Rush is all about. Will Rick be back this season on the show? For the small crews that struggled to make it at the start, many Gold Rush fans are wondering what will happen with Rick Ness. He showed up earlier in the season when his crew went to his home. He said he was suffering from depression and had sought help. However, he wasn't ready to come back. In the same Gold Rush Reddit thread, someone mentioned that Rick wasn't coming back this season to work. When he appeared on the show, it was to explain his absence. According to the Redditor, a member of the production crew frequents the Reddit pages. They said Rick doesn't appear in any storylines for the rest of this season. In the bustling world of gold mining, where ambition is weighed against the glint of gold dust, Parker Schnibel's journey on Discovery Channel's Gold Rush has been a tale of relentless pursuit and youthful tenacity. Yet, recent whispers from the Klondike suggest that the crown prince of the gold fields might be considering a path that leads away from the streams and sluice boxes that have defined his young adulthood. As the summer sun casts long shadows over the Yukon, fans and fellow miners alike are left pondering, is Parker Schnibel working his way out of the gold mining game? The news trickles in like the first signs of spring thaw, subtle, almost imperceptible, but undeniable. Parker, now a seasoned veteran despite his youth, has hinted at new aspirations beyond the rugged terrain of his current dominion. The boy who grew up under the stern guidance of his grandfather, John Schnibel, who took over the family mine at just 16, and who has since become a titan in the gold mining community, seems to be at a crossroads. Gold Rush fans have watched Parker evolve from a determined teenager with big dreams into a master of his craft. His journey has been fraught with challenges, battling equipment failures, harsh weather, and the ever-present pressure to meet lofty goal targets. Yet, through it all, Parker has maintained an unyielding focus, driving his team and himself to push the limits of what is possible in the pursuit of precious gold. But success often comes at a cost, And for Parker, the price has been a life lived under the relentless gaze of cameras, with every triumph and setback broadcast to millions. His dedication to mining has left little room for anything else, and it's this singular focus that has begun to show signs of wear. In candid moments on the show, Parker has opened up about the toll his relentless pursuit has taken on his personal life. The long seasons away from home, the weight of leading a team, and the isolation of the Yukon wilderness have all contributed to a sense of restlessness. This restlessness is not new to Parker's fans. Over the past few seasons, viewers have seen glimpses of his desire for something more. He has expressed interest in diversifying his portfolio, exploring opportunities in real estate and other business ventures. These interests, while still rooted in the world of business and investment, hint at a broader vision for his future, one that might not include the grueling day-to-day grind of gold mining. Yet the pull of the Klondike is strong, and Parker's connection to the land and its history runs deep. The legacy of his grandfather, the lessons learned in the harsh but beautiful wilderness, and the camaraderie forged with his crew all anchor him to this life. It's a bond that is hard to break, and one that Parker himself acknowledges with a mix of affection and frustration. As fans speculate about Parker's future, they can't help but reflect on the journey that has brought him to this point. From the early days when he took over Big Nugget Mine, to his bold decision to strike out on his own in the Klondike, Parker has always been driven by a fierce independence and a desire to carve out his own path. This spirit of adventure and innovation has not only made him a stand-up figure on Gold Rush, but also a role model for aspiring miners and entrepreneurs. But now, as Parker stands on the brink of a new chapter, there is a palpable sense of uncertainty. What would Gold Rush be without its prodigious star? How would the dynamic of the show shift if Parker were to step back from the spotlight? And what new challenges and opportunities might await him in the wider world? For Parker, the decision is undoubtedly complex. He is acutely aware of the expectations placed upon him by fans, family, and his own high standards. He knows that any move away from gold mining would not be taken lightly by those who have followed his journey so closely. Yet, he also knows that life is about growth and change, about seizing new opportunities and embracing the unknown. In recent interviews, Parker has been characteristically tight-lipped about his plans, offering only tantalizing hints that something big might be on the horizon. Whether it's a new business venture, a shift to a different type of mining, or even a complete departure from the industry, one thing is clear: Parker Schnabel is not content to rest on his laurels. As the new season of Gold Rush unfolds, viewers will be watching closely for any signs of what the future holds for Parker. Will he double down on his gold mining efforts, perhaps with a renewed sense of purpose? Or will he begin to transition out of the spotlight, gradually handing over the reins to a new generation of miners?